don't have to imagine what it's like to be Black, to be brilliant, to be misunderstood by the same people who only seem to understand you after you've exfoliated, after you've scraped yourself down to the white meat to expose that layer of skin where color and soul meet, where tongues split, pitchfork learn to spit and speak and sing and scream and stand on stages while the world bets and bids and bargains and debates about your ebony brain and your Black boisterous body, and you begin to question your value, asking, is speaking like this even worth it? Look, I know what it's like to not know what words mean. I know what it's like to have letters chained together on paper, heavy, just sitting there still not moving. I know what it's like to carry the burden of words on your back, to bow to prevent your bones from breaking beneath them. But y'all also know what it's like to know what words mean. I know what it's like to watch letters break dance on blue lines that look like horizontal skies cutting through white space. I know what it's like when words fly off the page and they land on your face. And I know all of this because I'm a descendant of enslaved Africans, a people separated by their tongues on plantations on purpose, a people who published translations about their liberations through poems and songs on purpose, a people who prayed and protested all the parts of Black speech they couldn't speak in public, but they spoke in private through the spoken word on purpose. So white people, please stop telling me that your great-great-grandparents are Polish and Irish and Italian, because it comes from a place of privilege. And look, I don't know what place. I don't know what village of Mother Africa your ancestors pillaged, what great price they paid for my great-great-grandparents on that auction stage, but I know that I come from a people who prayed and protected while they were being purchased on purpose. There's a purpose to this poem. This poem is an apology. For every beautiful Black word, I try to camouflage in white words. For every moment of my being, I ain't know who I was being, because being Black meant that I was more than the white worlds that I be in, and being as though I'm a human being with a tongue trapped in a cage that ain't asked to be in. In fact, history taught me it was beat in, but this beat in my bones made sure I kept this beat in. So this poem then is an apology for the intellectual abuse that began in my youth. My ancestors would say, don't worry, brother, look at you. Standing on stages like we taught you, flipping, folding, balancing two different languages in the air, the American standard and Black savoir-faire. Its show is impressive. Its show is distinguished. Its show is debonair. But to capture its essence only in writing can't really be done because you need an audience there. A sanctuary of people willing to watch you wrestle and reconcile with yourself and your words, and to produce a publication so worthy of praise that it deserves an applause. And I propose that became the purpose of this poem. Peace, my name is Dr. Tony Keefe Jr. The poem that I did was called Code Switched, and it's about the beauty of Black language and African-American vernacular English. And my favorite place in DC is my neighborhood block in Brookland, Woodridge area.